Hello, how do you analyze stocks for swing trading using long option line swing trading strategy? We are going to, it's good to have your watch list, and with the watch list, we are going to analyze GD. We have think of swing platform open, and as swing trader, you can analyze your chart on daily. You can use daily chart to analyze your stocks, and for the time frame you can use maximum daily chart or 1 year daily chart. So we have maximum daily chart here for GD, and we are going to, again, using long option line swing trading strategy, we have the trend lines or support lines that we like to buy the stock at. Here we bought GD few days ago or 2 days ago. After we follow it for some times to make sure we have higher lows, and we purchase it, and then a pullback. So what factor did we take into consideration to enter the trade at that area? We are aiming for this trend line, which is multiple years trend line. Those are the years if you look at the x-axis. However, we determine that there is a good chance that it may not come to this area, because the past that it came close to it didn't quite touch it. Could be using it as a zone, although I feel like it could come closer though. But we decided to enter here. And what factor did we take into consideration? When it went up and it pulled back, we noticed that it spent some times around this area. So then I asked myself, okay, so you see how sharply it dropped, but then went sideways a little bit here. I asked myself, okay, so is it going to just rise in that area and go back up? So I tried to see if there is some support line here or resistance line here, and I noticed that there is this area coincides with the peak of those two mountains here. So it is a resistant line, and for those two peaks to touch that area and pull back, and if he's spending some time there, it could well decide to rest there and go back up. This stock particularly tend to have a wide range of mountain. It's like a chain of mountain or something like that, a wide range. At least when it touch base with the trend line where this one originated from, when it touched it again or came close to it, it crossed more than 1 year time frame, and then it went back up again, and you can see 2023, 2024 and 2025. So again it crossed some year here as well, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to buy. It could well decide to go back down to this line before it start going up, or it could start going up from there, but I just decided to get in there. We'll notice that when it's creating this chain though, and it pull back, it used this previous mountain as a resistance line to rest. It used this as a support line, this resistant line as a support line to rest, and went up again before it pulled back down. So I don't really see that scenario here until here. So there is a chance that it might go up from there, just like there is a chance it might decelerate. You see this one here, this support line here, which is coinciding with this resistance line. It could just be still on its way down, but anyway, I make the purchase there. I'm not using any rule written on stone to make my entry or my exit decision. If we go to 1 year daily chart, we can see that it pulled back yesterday. This analysis is happening after the market closed on January 28, 2025, which is a Tuesday. So on Tuesday, it pulled back heavily and quite below the uptrend line that it was creating prior to that. So we will continue to see if it's deciding to go back down to the trend line or what. But on 1 year daily chart, you'll notice that this bar, again on a daily chart, every single bar is a daily price bar. So it is like a daily fluctuation of the price. So on this day, this price bar was the lowest of the year. So it got into the year going like anyway, it's 52 weeks. So whatever, like January 2024 to January 2025, this area was the lowest point. So, and we waited to have higher lows where this low is higher than this one, which is higher than this one. We have higher lows, and we enter at the green bar that follow the pullback. But then on Tuesday, so we bought it on Monday or so, and on Tuesday it pulled back even further down. So that is the reason, the analysis behind our decision to decide, instead of waiting to see if it's going to touch the purple line that we wanted to buy at, we decided to go in a little bit higher up. It could work when it will just continue going up from there, just like it might decide to go down further. We will just keep watching it. On 1 year daily chart, you'll be able to see 52 weeks low and 52 weeks high. And buying it around 52 weeks low is pretty much like the lowest point of the year so far. And it could, now that we have it, we could start thinking about where we will sell it. And we like to think about selling it when it reaches the next high, or between 5 and 10%, depending on how it's moving. But buying it close to the 52 weeks low, we could aim for, why not, halfway between the previous high and the low, or we could wait for the next high. We'll see how it's going to work out. With the upward stocks, they do reach new high often. So now we are going to go back to our maximum daily chart, and we are going to look at the next one. So the next one is Google. So Google, we like to buy it at the purple trend line, but right now it's going up. If we go to 1 year daily chart to make the chart a little bit bigger, Tuesday the price went up. It's been following this trend line, or having a new one here, or this could be updated to go sideways as well, meaning that this trend line ended. Technically this trend line ended and it's been going sideways here. Can notice that there is not much gap between those highs there, not much gap between those lows here. It's like it's oscillating within that frame between 1990 and between 190, I don't know what price is that, 199, 190 and 200. It's like it's moving sideways around there. So the next one is GWW. So GWW, we have that in our portfolio. The one we have in our portfolio, they are highlighted on our stock watch list. And GD and WW, we purchased them this year, 2025. So GD, we have those two trend lines that we like to buy them on, and we purchase them. Therefore, we are going to start thinking about where we will exit. So let's go to, and for the exit plan, we'll be aiming for the higher, the next high. But and when we bought it, a few days it went up. Tuesday it went up as well, and right now it's coinciding with this mountain peak is around that area. We'll just keep observing it to see how it's progressing. So we waited for it to pull back to the trend line. After a few higher lows, we got in at the first green bar that followed a pullback, and then it start going up. The next one is ICE. So ICE, we like to buy at this trend line, but right now it's following this trend line. It's nowhere ready to go back down, and where it pulled back coincided with the peak of those mountains here, also called resistant line. It rested on it, is the same as this mountain here, so it could be a strong support for it, and it has enough momentum to continue going up again. For a short trend line though, it could have been purchased here going forward, but again we are using long up to now swing trading strategy, therefore we prefer to wait on it, targeting this trend line. Whether we will buy it before that or not, we will see. There is a mountain peak here that coincides with this support as well, but it tends to make a wide mountain. Last time it came closer to this trend line, and it came closer again, cross it's like 1 year, cross 1 year fully, and then when it start going up, it crossed 1 year here as well. So we think if it's going to repeat history, there is a chance it might decide to come down to this trend line also and start going up. So we'll just keep observing it. And yesterday the price went up. yesterday the price went down, which is the red bar. The price at the end of the day was lower than the price in the morning when the markets open. It will be a pullback, the price drop. And when you are looking at 1 year daily chart, you'll be looking at just this frame here. But when you are looking at a maximum daily chart, you'll be seeing a bigger picture of the pattern that the price is drawing. IRM, and this depend on what kind of time frame you are working with, could impact your decision to enter the trade or to exit it, but most likely to enter the trade. So IRM, I think we purchased it as well. Yes, we purchased it this year. We target this trend line, and when it pull back to it and start going up, we purchase it. So now we'll start thinking about where we will sell it. But we have pullbacks 2 days, in fact 3 days in a row here though, going back to the trend line. So we went back to the trend line. If it start going up from there, or if it's going to continue going down, we'll see. But going that low, if it start going up and make few higher lows, signifying that it's going to stay around this area and not going down further, it will still be an entry point. But since we already make our purchase, we are not going to worry about that. We'll just be observing the chart to see where we are going to exit. So at this point, the price is lower than where we bought it, so it is a negative, is a loss in our portfolio just by looking at the chart. IT is the next one. We purchased IT in 2024 following short uptrend and swing trading strategy. Arrows at the bottom of the price bar shows where we bought. Arrows on the top of it shows where we sold. So we use short uptrend and swing trading strategy to purchase IT. We are on 1 year time frame here, and the lowest was in 2024 and the highest as well. But anyway, after we made the purchase somewhere here, it pulled back on us, and we trace our trend line that we like to get in. Having those trend line though, we'll see that with some stocks, they do respect those trend line that we trace, and some of our stocks do not. It just, in my opinion, it just tell us stocks that we have in our portfolio that are working well with that uptrend line swing trading strategy or long uptrend and swing trading strategy, and some others that are not following that. Their pattern does not really work with that strategy, or better yet, depend on where they are in the trajectory, they are now working with that strategy. I don't know, we'll see. It's all about observing, analyze the chart on a daily basis, and just keep watching what the price is doing, what kind of pattern is drawing day after day. Even if you are not purchasing stocks, it's okay to analyze stocks on your watch list. The reason why I brought it up is because it pulled back, but it didn't pull back all the way to the trend line. It pulled back to use the resistance line here, those mountain top, as a support line. Went sideways or consolidated, by working in that horizontal time frame, and then has enough momentum to continue going up. So this area could have been, in fact, if you wanted to buy, it will be this bar that follow this pullback, because you see at tourist a trend line here. That's where we have an uptrend line, not before, not quite before. But my concern with this though, that's what I did last year, but my concern with this is what part of the whole mountain design are we on? Are we entering the market if we bought it somewhere here? Is it going to continue going up, or is it going to turn around and go down? Because it works on us. You see, we purchase it multiple times, purchase it, sold it, purchase it, sold it, purchase it again, it pull back, because we are following a little bit away from the trend that it was working with. And then we sold it there, we bought it again, and guess what? Not only it pulled back to this, but it pulled below it before it start going up. So we bought it in November. Is now at the end of January. It's going up, but it has not surpassed where we bought it yet, because we bought it quite a bit at the tip of the mountain here. So therefore, and we didn't sell it. We didn't sell it at a loss. We just kept it in our portfolio. Therefore, it's negative there for what, 3 months or so, and it start going up from there. If we go to maximum daily chart, this is the trend line we like to buy at next time after we sold it. And we thought it's coming to it because it does make a wide mountain. At least it made it here, and here not quite. But this area, this high is not as high as this one. So but then here it was, it reached, okay, so this will be the highest point for this zone here. And then by just looking at the type of mountain it's making, because the highest point here will be this area. So the whole thing here is a chain of mountain, in my opinion, as a one. So this is another one. So it pulled back to the trend line, went up a little bit, not too quite, pull back, went up, pull back, and then did this. And from here is using this trend line. So whether it's going to continue using this trend line, at this point I can update this trend line. It's going to be more like something like this, using the area as a zone, or I can just keep it like that and continue extending it. And it just showed that that way the closest low was this one, from this 2 point to stretch it, so I can keep those 2 points the same. And just so it just showed that it pulled back to that trend line, went a little bit below it, and start going up. So this is a trend line in my, it is a longer one, more than a year excuse me, but it looks like the upside of the mountain, the upside wall of the mountain, does that make sense, is supporting this mountain. And at some point it could decide to come down to this trend line to make the other side of the mountain. If it's making a wide mountain, it might decide to come lower. When, we don't know. So and for that reason I prefer, it's not what I was trying to do. I prefer not to get in there. But again, I think our main reason as well is because we already have it in our portfolio. So but if we were to buy new one though, to buy like we didn't have in our portfolio, I won't want to, with the long up to now swing trend strategy, I won't want to enter it there, because I don't know when it's going to be done with this mountain chain and will decide to come down. So the next one is J. J, we have those 3 lines that we like to use. to enter the trade at each one of those. Don't know why I have so many of those lines here. Somebody was practicing. But anyway, or sometimes my arrow draw whatever on the pattern as well. So right now it pull back to use this support line as a support, which coincide with this mountain and somewhere here as well. If I put my mouse there, no, it does not quite touch those mountains, but it could be using that area as a zone. It pulled back to where here, went up, but didn't go that high like this one. Pull back and start going up again, and then start pulling back. So if we look at J does make a wide mountain from when it touched the trend line, and when it touched it again, it crossed multiple years. So if it's making that wide mountain, we can see that this trend line is the upside wall of the mountain. It could decide to come down. Therefore, if that's why it's making a lower high here compared to this one, we don't know. I just prefer to wait. And technically, I'm not even sure if I'll wait on this trend line or if I'll go further down. But we will see what it's going to do if we pull backs further. What trend line is going to touch base with. The good news is either one of those three, they are not far from each other. So if we bought it on this one, it pull backs down to this, I think that will be fine as well. But I would prefer to purchase it on this one, but we will see. Again, it will depend on how low the price will want to fall back to the valley to rest before going back up. At this point, I just feel like it's just far gone in the race to the peak, reach this higher peak, and it's not making any more peak just yet. And I don't know if it's going to make more before pull back to the trend line to the valley, or if it's just on its way to the valley making lower highs. Yesterday is a pullback, the day before as well, 3 days in a row. So the next one is JPM. So JPM, we like to buy at either one of those trend line, but right now it's following this trend line. It's still creating the upside of the mountain wall, or is claiming, that side of the mountain, the left side of the mountain. If you are tracing the mountain like this, the upside of the mountain is still claiming that side. It reached a high there, but depend on the type of mountain that it does make, I do think it might decide to come down at least to this trend line at some point, or maybe this one. So we trace those. That will be our entry point. Yesterday the price went up. In fact, it went up multiple days on a row there. The next one is KR. So KR, we like to buy at this trend line, but right now it is following this one. And just by looking at how it makes the mountain though, this is quite a wide mountain before it touch base with the trend line here. So if this is going to be a wide one, we could actually buy at this trend line, assuming it's going to continue going up. So we have those highs it make multiple one before it reached a point that it was down and pull back. And then we have, no, this is never a high yet. So the highest so far is this one. Does that make sense? So on this one, close to 1 year trend line, after this mountain peak, it is now that it reached another one. So if we are looking at the tendency here, it could create few more mountain, few more peak before it will pull back down. If it's following this mountain, how wide this mountain is and how far it went to the top of that mountain, like it create multiple along the way. So, and any one of those was not a new high up to here. So there is a chance it could create few more before it will pull back. With that in mind though, by looking at the past to try to determine what if it is going to repeat that pattern, entering it at this line could be a possibility. But there is a chance it may not repeat that pattern. After reaching that high, it might decide to pull back. So now if we go to 1 year daily chart, we can look at what it's doing. So it pulled back and it went up, and we have a pullback yesterday. So if today, Wednesday, is a green bar, this could be an entry point. Catching it at the at the trend line, at the support line here. But again, buying it somewhere around this area is so close to the high here that it won't take too long. It will reach a new high. When it reaches a new high, it pulls back and then we'll repeat it again. But getting it there will be a short uptrend line. It will be, yes, this trend line is long, but it will be a short trade. It will be a short trade. So let's see. The market closed at CC. The next high was CC, pretty much CC3 or CC4. So $3 or $4, and it's going to reach a new high. So that is a decision, and those are how you will, it's just by trying. With this, for instance, yeah, do you see how I did the analysis? The reason why I will want to get in at that area, because I think it could make a few more highs before it will pull back. But getting in here will be getting in close to the peak. It will be, if we go back to maximum daily chart, it will be, the race started somewhere here. Do you see? The race started a year ago. Getting it in here is going to be like getting in close to the end of the race. So if we pick this area, it's like a year and a half or so when it reached that peak and decided to go back down, and took about what a almost 2 years or so to reach that trend line. So if it's going to do the same, this race is almost over. When it's going to be really over, we don't know. But I just, again, that is a possibility that this race is almost over because of the time that it took to get there. Just like it might decide to make few more highs before it is over. But anyway, I will prefer not to enter the trade, but just to wait. So that means this, we may not purchase it for a while, and there is a possibility we may not even purchase in 2025. Those are the decisions you have to come to terms with and say it is okay. Or I can, have a short trade, but if it backfire, you purchase it, it could pull back on you if it's already on its way down. And in that case, you might just purchase a little bit, so that if it does that, you are okay with it as well. You just know that you will keep it in your portfolio for as long as it's going to take for that to go back for you to sell. At least that's what I do, because I don't want to sell it at a loss. So I had to ask myself if I'm okay to hold it for that long if it backfire on me. But yeah, now let's go to the next one. The next one is L.L.C, and we purchased L.L.C this year. And again, do you see how wide this mountain is? I just feel like it could be making the same, just like the way the other one is. This, we purchased it somewhere here. It is a long trend line. We purchased it when it pulled back to where it start going up. But here is the things though. When you are looking at the maximum daily chart, you notice that this is very sharp up trend line. Therefore, it is the upside of the mountain. Yes, it's pulling to it, but it is upside of the mountain. That's the danger when you are using 1 year daily chart to analyze your stocks. You may not see the full spectrum of the mountain that the price is drawing, compared to if you are using maximum daily chart. So this trend line, while looking at the maximum daily chart, this is one side of the mountain. At some point it could decide to do the other side of the mountain. So buying it here, we are hoping to sell it at the next high. It went up, and yesterday was a green bar, but the price level went down there. So let's go up. At this point we are positive in the account, but trying to aim for this trying to aim for the next high. I'm not sure. So now you see, when you are on 1 year daily chart, it does not look like it's just one side of the mountain here, because you are only looking at that side. Zoom to you, you are just seeing some small mountain getting created, and buying it at the trend line is great, but it could just be the end of this mountain, and 1 year daily chart does not tell you that, because of how zoom it is. But anyway, so I'm purchasing it somewhere here, and right now the price is somewhere here. We could decide to just sell it and lock in the profit that we have. Even if it could turn around and reach that high, it's still going to be a good profit. And I think it's going to be a short trend line, a short trade from where we bought it to where we will sell it. We bought it this year, and I just feel like this is quite sharp, that I don't know how long it's going to continue claiming that before it dropped. So today we might just decide to sell it and lock it in. So for that reason, I think I'm going to color it red so that I can remind myself on that. If the price drop today though, I may not proceed with it, but again, it is a choice that you have to come into terms with. If you take time to make a decision that you are thinking of making, it could, yeah, you can only, it's just by doing that you will have those experience, and you can just archive them in your brain or in your notes, and just sharpening the strategy you are using by including those tips that you are gaining along the way, embedded into the strategy that works for you. So yeah, the strategy is there, but the axis you are using to sharpen it is going to shape it in a way that is customized to your liking, based on, due to the tips, the experience you gain along the way, that you implement into the strategy, or embed it into the strategy to to work with. L.L.C we purchased in 2024. Again, you see that side of the mountain. Yeah, it ended at some point and it pulled back, and right now is somewhere here. Yesterday though, the price went down. So the next one is MA. So MA, we purchased it in 2024 and we sold it this year. So now we are observing it to see when we are going to enter it again. We like to enter it on this trend line, unless it will come to a lower one. It made a wide mountain here, but I'm not seeing any lower trend line on our chart, so this could be the only one that we trace for it. But now that we sold it, we will be looking for when will be the next time to enter it. So we sold it 2 days ago when it reached a high. Yesterday, Tuesday, it reached another high again. So, but yeah, and we purchased it somewhere there, and it pulled back on us. Use this support line, didn't pull back to this area, and then went back up. So we are going to be waiting for it on this support line. So the next one is MANH. MANH. Okay, so let's just look at it here. We like to buy. Okay, we have this one line. Yeah, I won't be making a decision on this 1 year daily chart. Okay, so we have those two trend lines that we like to work with, and it makes a wide mountain. This could be one side of the mountain, but it does, I'm not sure though, because this mountain is wide and it pulled back to it 3 times here, and then it start making, so it could be making a wide mountain here, and where it pulled back is resting on this mountain top that it used as a support line here. But at this point, I'm not sure I want to enter that race. I'll just prefer to wait at the trend line there for the next round. So yeah, you see, coming a little bit further allow me to see better before I make the decision. So yeah, it will be a short trade there, I'm now very comfortable doing that. So MAR. And when you are analyzing your chart, if the chart is not clear enough for you, don't make any decision, just keep observing. That's why it's good to have a stock watch list and just observe those stocks on it. So the next one will is MAR. We like to buy at this trend line, but right now is higher up, and yesterday the price went up. The next one is MCK. We bought MCK this year as well. Okay, so MCK, we have those two trend line to buy. It pulled back to it and went up from there and pulled back halfway. So we chose that area to enter, and here is why. It made this high mountain here, that white mountain, but once it started, it pulled back to a higher trend line compared to this one, to support that side of the mountain that is racing before it pulled back to it. And I think now that it started again, it did the same thing here. When it started, it created a wall, the upside wall, to support the climbing of the mountain, pulled back to it multiple times, and from there went up. And then when it was done with that trend, that mountain, it pulled back to this trend line. And when then it went up, pulled back, and started again. So my understanding is it could be well creating a trend line, a higher level compared to this, to support the mountain that is going to claim next. Does that make sense? Just like the way it did it here and the way it did it here. For that reason, and since it used this trend line before and is still using it here, I decided to enter it there. So there is a chance that, you see, when it touches base with it, it does claim for a while. So I think is another mountain that, after touching base here, that is going to start creating. So in a way, we enter at the right time, at the valley. So when we go to 1 year, we can see closer, or I can zoom a little bit. So it pulled back to this and make some higher lows here, and we purchase it. So yesterday, Tuesday, it pulled back, but still a little bit higher compared to this. So we are just going to see what it's going to be doing there. So the next one we are going to analyze is going to be MKL. So MKL, we like to buy at either one of those two lines, but right now is going up and reached a new high recently. The next one we like to analyze is MLM, and we purchased MLM in 2024, and we have not sold it yet. It pulled back to this trend line and start going up from there. So it does make a wide mountain, but yeah, we have those lines for the next purchase after we sold it. But since we bought it and it pulled back on us, it's going to take a while before it will go back up. So the next one is MMC. We purchased MMC this year. The one we purchased last year, we used yellow highlight on them. So MMC is a good one for how we enter it. little bit like MCK as well. But again, do you see this trend line? Last year we traded on this trend line, but this year when they pull back to this lower level, we enter the trade. After a few higher lows, we enter the trade. We are going to see how it's going to perform. So making that entry, that low, because it touched base, last time it touched base was here, and then it went all the way. Every single time is reaching a new high. You see how we are observing the past? Therefore, with this one that we purchased, we are not going to sell it after the first high, because it could make a multiple high. So we can just keep watching it for a while. Like, it's like 2 years time frame, also a little bit less than 2 years. Those are year. Those lines that you can see clearly compared to the smaller one, those are years. So when it touched in 2023, it's now that it touched it again, early 2025, January 2025. So it could, if it's going to repeat that same pattern, we could have it for a while, claiming multiple mountain top along the way. So that, again, observing that, we could decide that this will keep it longer in the portfolio, because we enter it at a trend line that is low enough to allow that. Does that make sense? So, and we bought it there after observing few higher lows, one higher than the other, higher than the other, higher than the other, and we enter. So the next one is MRVL. And the good news with this is it gives you multiple entry point. It's kind of flexible. Yes, it's a little bit far from the trend line. It pulled back yesterday. If it start going up today, could still be an entry point, even though it's a little far from here though, but it has a long way to go. Does that make sense? So with the long up to now swing trading strategy, it's more flexible, that you can catch the ride at some point, as long as you wait for the trend line, for the price to come to the valley. When they start climbing the mountain, starting from the valley, you are pretty much at the bottom of the new mountain. You have flexibility to catch the rate, to get in the race at some point. So let's go back here. So the next one is MRVL. So MRVL, we like to buy at this trend line. Do you see this peak? So if you are looking at 1 year daily chart, you may not notice that it's just one side of the mountain here, but it is one side of the mountain, and it dropped quite a bit. Maybe dropping to this trend line here, I'm not sure. So, but it does make a tall mountain, and then it will pull back. So if we go to 1 year daily chart, instead of zooming from there, we can see, you see, it could well be pulling back to this trend line. So it was following this trend line, went to the peak. This line could be extended there, and then fell back to that. So within a long trend line, you will still have a shorter ones. So it climbed it up away from this one, and now pull back to this. But I still wouldn't want, when you are looking here, you won't really see how steep the mountain is, like one side of the mountain. But anyway, yeah, I just prefer to just watch what it's doing. I just have feel like this peak here is this peak here, and right now, and it could well be designing the descent side of it. I just prefer to wait closer to this trend line. If again where it is right now though, if it comes down a little bit, or if it's using that area as a zone, could be a resting point. It could be a strong support line because it will be this resistant line that it could rest on. But I just prefer to wait on this trend line, and this trend line is pretty much a support line for it. But what now, it could decide to use this area as well. Do you see is a support line here, and it's a resistant line. So we just have to see what the price is going to be doing, how far it will want it to come down to this line before getting ready to start going up. So the next one is Microsoft. We purchased Microsoft in 2024, and we have not sold it yet because we purchased it close to the tip of that mountain. You see, that's just one side of the wall going up, and right now it's consolidating there. It does make a wide mountain. Do you see that side of the wall? It repeated it here somewhere, and then make that consolidation there, and we don't know what it's going to do next, but next time we will buy is going to be at this trend line. The meantime, we like to sell the one we purchase at a positive price though, so it's in the portfolio. So the next one is MSI. We purchased MSI in 2024 as well, and the price dropped, and as you can see, we purchased along that side of the mountain, pretty much close to the beginning of that mountain all the way to the top, and we didn't know when to get out of it because we purchased it again and it was just done with it. It pulled back to rest a little bit at that support line and then start going up. Pull back yesterday, but those are the lines that we like to buy at next. If better, that'll be this one, or probably this one, because I'm not seeing how wide the mountain is either. It's touching base with this trend line, and then started this one. So we'll just see which one is going to be using next. When they pull back, if we go to 1 year daily chart, we can see where we bought it, and they pull back on us. So this concludes how you can analyze stocks for swing trading if you are using long option and swing trading strategy. It's just by observing the chart to see the pattern the price is drawing. One day at a time, the price will add another piece to the puzzle, and at some point the pattern will look clear enough for you to make a decision. And sometimes it may still not look clear enough, and when you don't really know the right time to enter, just don't enter, just keep observing. And it's good to have a watch list of stocks that you can analyze on a daily basis. Even if you are not going to buy stocks, in this section of our watch list, we found one that we could sell. We didn't find any to purchase. Although on our watch list we have about 79 stocks, I'm going to analyze them. I'm just not going to record all of them. But yeah, it's good to have a watch list of stocks. On the daily chart, you have your green bar. Those are days that the price went up. The ending price at the end of the day was higher than the morning price. So then you have your red price bar where the price dropped that day. You can swing trade on a daily chart, and that's what we do. You trace your trend lines. So it's good to have your stock watch list, and with maximum daily chart, you trace your trend lines, and you can use maximum monthly chart to start tracing the trend line or the support line, and go to maximum daily chart and trace your trend lines as well, and pick the one that you like to buy at. Using the maximum daily chart, you will be able to see the a bigger picture of the pattern the price is drawing. And you can go between 1 year and maximum daily chart if you want to, if you have time. But just choose your entry point, and you can buy, after you observe a few higher lows around the trend line you like to buy at. And once you have it, you start thinking about what you like to sell. It could be the next high. It could be between 5 and 10% when the price that you purchase it at, the price went up after the 5% or 10%. You can decide to get out of the trade and lock in some profit. So those are decisions that you have to make, and it could vary based on the stocks you purchase. It could vary from stocks to stocks, and it could vary based on what part of the mountain you enter the trade. Does that make sense? That you want it to just get out and lock in some small profits, or you think you got in early enough that you can ride it for a while and lock in a big chunk of profit by the time you get out. So those are decisions that you have to think about, and and pretty much just know that it's not one solution fits all. Have multiple parameters that you can work with to guide you to make those customized decisions to each stocks that you will come across on your watch list when it comes to buy and when it's time to sell. Thank you. We thank you very much for watching our videos. We thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments, and we thank you very much all that subscribe to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and ninasub.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and go from there. For more of our swing trading videos and tips, will you please check the description for the playlist related to those videos. Thank you.